Hey guys, let's work out a few problems from simple interest and compound interest. The first question is, a certain amount lent at simple interest amounts to rupees 15,000 in 5 years and to 18,000 in 8 years. Find the sum as well as the rate of interest. Let P denote the sum or the principal and R be the rate of interest. Let's also assume that I denote interest accrued for 1 year. Now look at this. What will be P plus 5i? Actually, if I is the interest for 1 year, 5i will be the interest accrued for 5 years because it is simple interest, and as you know, interest is the same for all the years in simple interest. So this is principal, this is the total interest accrued, and that will be equal to the total amount, which is given to be 15,000 for 5 years. I mean, I've taken 5 years because they said the total amount is 15,000 in 5 years. So this I can write as P plus 5i equal to 15,000. Similarly, it amounts to 18,000 in 8 years. So this is what you get. 1. We have two equations. Now do one thing. You subtract equation 1 from 2. You're just solving these two equations so that you can find out P and I. In fact, P is one of the things we are asked to find out in the problem. So subtracting this way, you get 3i equal to 3,000. This implies I is equal to 1,000. Now substitute this in the first equation here. You can substitute here or here. I'm using the first one. That will be P plus 5 into I is 1,000 equal to 15,000. That implies P is equal to, this is 5,000 taken to the other side, you will get 10,000. So P is what actually the sum. So we got one of the things they need. Then they want us to find out rate of interest. How do you find out rate of interest? Take I. This I denotes interest accrued for 1 year. What will be that? So this will be principal PNR by 100. N is 1 because I denotes for 1 year. So it will be just PR by 100 equal to 1,000. P found out to be 10,000. Substitute that there. Into R by 100 equal to. Now keeping on, take everything else, you simplify here. So you get R as 10%. So sum is 10,000, rate of interest is 10%. Now let's come to the second problem. The second question is this. I lent rupees 50,000 to two people A and B at 20% and 15% per annum, simple interest. If the total interest received from A and B for 2 years is 17,000 rupees, how much was the amount lent to A? Yeah, we have here 50,000 rupees being lent to two people, A and B. Let A be the amount received by A so that B will have received 50,000 minus A. Let's assume this is the way it's been divided. Now, what do A and 50,000 minus A stand for here? There's a principal amount, rather the amount being lent. The rate of interest is given to be the first one, 20%, and the other one, 15%. Now, what is the period? They say interest received from A and B for 2 years. So number of years is 2 in both the cases. You can calculate interest received from both A and B as follows. See, A is the principal amount. A into N into 20 by 100. This is the interest given by A, and the second person, there the principal amount is 50,000 minus A into again 2. The rate is 15 divided by 100. So we have separately found out the interest received from both the people. What does the problem say? The total interest received from these two guys amounts to 17,000 rupees. So this plus this will be equal to 17,000. See, there is 100 in the denominator. Let's multiply throughout by 100. You can simplify it the way you want. This is the way I would like to go about. So 100 means you will have 40A here plus 50,000 minus A into 2 into 15, 30 equal to 17,000 into 100. This is what you get on multiplication by 100. Now let's further simplify. Let me use the space here. By the way, what are we asked to find out? We are asked to find out the amount lent to A, which is nothing but this small a. That means this is what you are asked to find out. You got a simple equation in A. By solving, you will get it. So divide throughout by 10. Then 40A becomes 4A, 50,000 minus A into 3 equal to, 1 0 will go from here. You will get 17 followed by 4 zeros. Now remove the bracket. 4A plus 50,000 into 3 means 1,50,000 it becomes. Okay? Minus 3A 1,70,000. Now 4A minus 3A, that will be just A. Take 15 to the other side. 1,50,000 rather. Here 1,70,000. So when it goes to the right side, that's equal to 20,000. A is equal to 20,000. That's what we are asked to find out. Rather, the amount lent to out of 50,000 to A is 20,000. We'll do one more problem before signing off today. The next problem is this. A sum of money invested at simple interest became 4 times itself in 15 years. If the rate of interest is increased by 5 percentage points, in how many years will the sum become 10 times itself? Here we don't know the sum, we don't know the rate of interest. Let's assume P as the sum and R be the rate of interest. And what does it say? This sum became 4 times itself. In how many years? In 15 years. Now 4P you can divide into 2 parts, P and 3P. See, you had invested P. After 15 years you are getting back 4P. Out of 4P, P is the money you had invested. So what will be this 3P? The remaining part of the money that comes to you will be nothing but interest. So if you divide 4P into P and 3P, 3P will be the interest accrued on this P. So we can write it as 3P is the interest accrued on how much? How much is the sum? P. And in how many years? 15 years. Rate we don't know, which is assumed to be R. So you got a simple equation from that. Now PP cancelled. You will have 3 equal to 15 into R by 100. This implies You take this to this side, you will get 20% on simplification. So you got the rate of interest. Now we are not finding the rate of interest. They say if the rate of interest, which is 20%, is increased by 5 percentage points, which means this becomes 25%. So at 25%, the same sum P, they say, becomes 10 times itself. In how many years? We don't know. That is the question. So basically, there was a rate of interest which we found out to be 20% from the first sentence given in the problem. And then in the next sentence, they say this rate gets increased by 5 percentage points. So it becomes 25%. And at that rate, the same sum becoming 10 times itself in how many years? Let n be the number of years. Rather, P becomes 10P in n number of years. At what rate? 25% per annum. Now, like we did before, split this into P and 9P. As I discussed before, this 9P will be the interest portion. So 9P interest, this 9P interest, you get on how much principal? P. For how many years? We don't know. Taken that to be N. And the rate is what? 25. Like we did before. Now look at this. PP cancelled. You will have 9. N into. This is 1 by 4. Right? So it will be 4. This implies 9 is equal to 36. So you got the number of years determined as 36. So the answer to the question is 36 years. In 36 years, P will become 10 times itself. So we have worked out in today's video 3 problems. These problems are based on the concepts which I have already covered in another video, whose link is given in the description below for your reference. Go through those basic concepts so that you will be able to correctly follow all the steps I have given in these 3 solutions. If there is any clarification you need, raise it in the comment section. I will address it. See you guys in my next video, where I'll help you with smart solutions to some more tricky problems. Bye for now.